one of our devotee in India. Sometime he used to come and go to the ashram. I'll describe my experience with him. Then I'll describe exactly what is abhyasa. Usually I don't see or look into the minds of the people. Only when they ask me to guide them, only when they request me sincerely, Swamiji, please look inside and guide, I try to look inside their mind. Otherwise I never look inside because I respect their privacy. That day, he requested me for some guidance. I told him, all right, give me a little time. I'll just see whatever is going on inside your mind, then guide you. He was in a big trouble. The trouble is, he was in love with somebody. That person is not looking at him. That person is not giving attention, not giving care, not bothered about him. So it was torturing him. Around 8:30 early morning, he came out of his room, and he was around me. I could see very clearly what was going on inside his inner space. He was coming to the temple with me. He was walking with me. After a few minutes, he received a call from his house. He has some difficulty. He has some problem in his house. Means the house is going to be taken away by the bank. Some serious issue. Suddenly I saw his mind started fighting with that problem. Till then he was fighting with this problem that I am giving so much attention, sending so many signals, the other person is not responding, the other person is not understanding, I really care for her or I really love her. That was the complication going on, means the kind of a conflict inside. Suddenly this conflict took over. I could see very clearly how that whole game of mind is happening. This complication took over. This is a very serious survival issue. So this complication started happening. I saw this, he completely forgot about her or his love. Everything is forgotten. He is fully busy with this one idea, one concept, that is, he is in trouble and his house is in trouble. The basic things need to be attended. All the complication goes on. He was in tension. And he asked me, Swamiji, how to solve this issue? I very casually said that don't worry, the things will be settled. Some consolation I gave. And maybe after 1 hour, he received a call that problem got settled. Suddenly when he came out of the problem, he felt so relieved. The morning suffocation which he had, the difficulty which he had, constantly he was thinking about, oh, I am giving so much attention to her, she is not caring. That nagging feeling, that feeling completely disappeared in him. I saw he is completely relieved, not only from this problem, from that problem also. When he came out of this problem, not only from this problem, he got solved. He came out of that problem also. I was surprised. How come one problem, if he comes out of this problem, only this problem should get solved? How come that problem is also solved? He is completely clear. Then I saw his mind. I could see his inner space. There was no difficulties. He was in completely peace and rest inside the inner space. If you look inside, you can also see, will be true many times in your life. He got completely relieved from the whole problem. I asked him, how do you feel now? He understood. I am seeing the whole thing happening inside him. Suddenly he said, I also don't understand, Swamiji. Morning I felt so much nagging by that one idea. She is not responding to me. She is not understanding my love. I was suffering. But when I had some survival problem, bigger problem, got disappeared. It was pushed backside. Now when this problem got solved, I thought that problem will come up. Now I'll pick up that problem. But it's not happening. Once this problem is solved, I'm completely at ease, at peace. I don't know how. The whole thing, every moment, your idea about pain, your idea about pleasure, your idea about joy, your idea about love gets changed. If a new wave comes, you don't know what that new wave will make, what changes it will make inside you. If some other wave comes, you don't know what changes that wave will make inside you. Your mind is not a logical thing. If it was logical, what should have happened after the second problem got solved? You should have started thinking about first problem. But it is not happening. You can see even in your life, sometimes when some serious problems comes up and it gets solved, it gets moved, you will see suddenly you are completely relaxed, you are in the restful awareness, you are not bothered about some other problems which you are thinking, which you are contemplating, on which you are working. The big difficulty is you always think mind is logical. Mind is not like a solid ground. It is an ocean. One wave, when it comes, it can clear some 10 problems which was there. Problem can dissolve problems. Wave can move waves. Many times, I can say this is one of the important truth I want to drill inside your inner space today. This is one important thing. Problems can wash away problems. What do I mean by this word problems can wash away the problems? All your ideas about problems do not have base. It's like a floating. Your idea about love, your idea about pain, your idea about attention, your idea about fear, your idea about worry, your idea about greed, your ideas, all these ideas are all just floating. They are not clearly rooted or hooked or grounded. They are all just floating. One wave is enough. Suddenly you will see so many things which you are thinking can never be removed, just disappears. I asked him, did you imagine the problem which you are thinking morning, early morning contemplating, will leave your inner space? He said, I can never imagine so much. I never imagined that will leave my inner space so easily, because that was haunting my inner space for quite a long time. That was there in my inner space continuously. So I never thought it will disappear or it will just move out of my inner space. Sometimes problems can remove problems from your inner space. The big wave started happening inside his inner space. Suddenly all the small waves, all the small problems disappeared. If you look inside, actually if you observe how your mind works, if you understand what I said now, this one big problem raising and suddenly all the small problems disappearing, when the big problem is also solved, you are completely in peace. Even the small problems are not there anymore, even though you have not solved it. See, this guy, his only first big problem got sorted out. The small problems did not get sorted out. The second problem is there. That small problem is there. But suddenly it has no power over him. His inner space is not disturbed at all by it. This is what is the base. This is what is the basic understanding which you need to know. This understanding will completely liberate you. Your respect for mind will be lost. First thing you need to know, your respect for your problem should disappear. See, mind, either this way or this way, it constantly creates waves. That is why mind is wavering. It is an action. Mind is a verb. It is an action. Patanjali says very beautifully, it is not a thing, it is an action. Just remember, it is an action and stop it. Nothing else. I told him, now do you understand the value of the mind? Yes, sure, Swamiji. I can never imagine that I can forget the problem which I was having with the person whom I am in love with. He thought, this problem was hunting me for days. I thought this will continue to hunt me for days. But suddenly how this has disappeared. One more important secret you should know. Whenever you go through the basic fears, huge energy from Swadhisthana gets released to take you out of that fear. There is an automatic mechanism inside you. If you go through any pain, after a certain limit, you will fall unconscious because there is automatic anesthetic method. It just puts you in unconscious layer. You will fall into the unconscious, you won't feel the pain. Same way, even fear. After a certain limit, if the fear is too much, there will be huge energy rush inside you. That energy rush is intelligent enough to push all other pains, all other sufferings, all other thoughts, all other problems. Understand the key. First key you need to understand. First truth you need to understand. Your problems are not as you think. They are neither permanent nor impermanent as you think. If you think they are impermanent, they are not impermanent as you think. If you think they are permanent, they are not permanent as you think. Your ideas about your problems are not right. This is the first understanding. The first understanding. Because many times, any other simple problem, you will forget about this whole thing. Sometimes, even very simple problem can occupy your whole inner space. You will forget about an important problems. You are just too busy with the cock and bull stories. And the important things are unattended. It is there lying, unattended. You are just caught with these small things. You are too busy with these small things, settling small things without bothering about the big things happening in your life. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 0974220331. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.